Hi. Now I can see you. Can you see
Okay.
me and can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely, Gunjan. So thanks very much for joining in. Just want to do a quick audio and a video check. I hope I'm visible and audible. Okay, wonderful. Fantastic. So thank you very much, Gunjan, first of all, for joining in. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much, first of all, for joining in. The entire team at Edgenesis was very excited to have you. And I can also say with a lot of conviction that a lot of our followers here have been very eagerly waiting to be able to hear some experience from you. And
I was also very excited to be on this line.
yeah, wonderful.
Yeah,
That's so
thank you.
good. And we're sincerely hopeful that we can actually make this a very productive kind of a session. So thanks very much, Gunjan, once again for joining in. So please allow me to begin by introducing you to all of our followers, to everybody who's tuned in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Gunjan Saini, who is currently pursuing poetry and storytelling, and she's been doing this for more than 2 years now. Very fascinating. She's been a casting associate for Filter Copy. We'll touch upon that as we go into this discussion further. She's also written ads for brands, which in itself is a humongous thing, and we would, of course, love to touch upon that as well.
First of all, let me just tell you what kind of person I am. I'm a very emotional kind of human being. I feel a lot, and I think that's one thing which is helping me to be a poet and storyteller today. So I recently started writing personalized poetry also, and that was my trial to see if I can relate to people and write on it as well. And I did that. So that's when I realized that okay, so that means I'm good with emotions. I'm good with picking people's emotion and writing on it. And मैंने actually लिखना शुरू किया था when I was in my 11th section. I used to write sweet love letters to my crushes in my notebook,
Okay,
and never
sure.
used to send it, but I still have that notebook, and उसमें पढ़ के लगता है that okay, I was writing since then. But if you
Hmm.
say professionally or like as a hobby, then I did my first open mic in Bhopal when I was
Okay.
doing my graduation from there. And yeah, so that was one moment. Basically, I did my poetry on marital rape. So of course the
Oh,
topic was very heavy, and when I came in audience, people were crying, and I performed for the first time. So that was the day when I realized that okay, my words are creating something. My words are asking
okay.
people to cry or smile or any emotion. So I think that's why I'm into poetry and storytelling today.
Wonderful, wonderful. And a bit, and let's sort of try to retract your journey. Let's touch upon some aspects from your life when you were in school, when you were in college, and when you ultimately decided to actually forego, the basic norms and foray into poetry and storytelling. So, could you paint a little picture on that?
Sure. So I'm an only child, and that was the reason that my parents were actually very focused on sending me to art fields also, because वो एक क्या कि free time में क्या करोगे, so just go for it. So that's why in my childhood only, when I was 4 years old, I started learning Kathak dance.
Okay.
I was learning Kathak, and then I was doing some workshops from the National School of Drama as well. And I used to write in my notebook. Like writing के लिए मैंने कभी कोई course नहीं किया है, but I was into artistic fields from my school time only since I was 4. And then in my school, I was always into. I was doing plays, I was doing dance shows, I was doing debates and everything. Like I was always that kind of student जो class में नहीं मिलता था और music room में हमेशा मिलता था. So I was that kind of person. But
Right.
I never thought I'll take this seriously as a profession, because I always thought कि ये चीज़ें
Yeah.
side के लिए सही है. वैसे तो I have to study and I have to be something else. Then I went to college. I cracked AIMS ka All India entrance exam, and I got AIMS Bhopal in that. I went there. I was happily doing that. But in second year of my graduation, it started hitting me that okay, I don't want to do this. So what do I want to do? And I was stuck there. But then I am
Mhm.
so glad that I had friends जिन्होंने बोला कि just try different kind of things. I think that's what's more
Mhm.
important. Try acting maybe,
Sure.
try dancing
Yeah.
somewhere, try poetry somewhere. I did my first open mic, as I said, in second year, and yes, that was the moment I realized that my words are creating impact. So I should keep doing this. But
Mhm.
still,
Mhm.
doing one open mic won't justify everything. Like you cannot tell your parents
Absolutely.
that okay, एक open mic बहुत अच्छा हो गया है, so let me just change my field.
Got it.
Obviously, so that happened, and then I started doing different things. I started doing theater in Bhopal with my graduation. I started performing even more in open mic, started meeting people.
Sure.
जब तक fourth year आया तब तक I told my father that okay, I'm completing this graduation, but I want to change my field. I want to go to Mumbai and I want to try for this. He was obviously, he said no. First reaction was no, you can't. But I would say that universe was with me, and you know बहुत ऐसा हो गया जिसकी वजह से कोई और कॉलेज अवेलेबल ही नहीं था, एंड सिर्फ मुंबई अवेलेबल थे उस टाइम. So मुझे मुंबई आना ही पड़ा, and I did my masters here. I changed my field. I did my masters in mass communication, and with that I started performing here with different platforms. Started with ATKT, and then I performed for Tape Patel. Recently I performed for Spill Poetry. So yeah, I think that's how, and I think I've been very lucky also in my journey. चीजें अपने आप आती चली गई, and I'm a very hardworking person. So कुछ चीजें जो नहीं आ रही थी उनको मैं लेकर आ गई. But yeah, that's like ऊपर journey.
So that you were always very hardworking, and even if there were things which did not come naturally to you, you actually went ahead. You went beyond the call of duty, and you sort of learned it, or you went the hard way. So how difficult or how challenging is it for somebody who does not maybe have a knack for this, but is still very interested in poetry and storytelling and the fine arts, if I may?
Yeah. I think one thing which I can learn, even I can learn from my journey, is that I never wait for any of my craft to be perfect. Like I heard many people do this, that they think that let me just write by myself. जब भी ये बहुत perfect हो जाएगा तब I'll perform. I think this is like very wrong, and मैंने ऐसा नहीं किया, and I think that's what worked for me, because अगर अब आज मैं अपनी सबसे पहले वाली पोएट्री देखती हूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि ओ माय गॉड, इट वाज डिजास्टर, मैंने क्या बोल दिया था. लाइक आई वाज शाउटिंग देयर, आई वाज नॉट एक्चुअली रिसाइटिंग. बट अगर वो नहीं हुआ होता तो फिर मैंने शायद कभी भी कोई और ओपन माइक नहीं किया होता, एंड मैं आज यहाँ भी नहीं होती. So I think that's what's more important. Even if you feel you like it, you like to write, keep writing, keep reciting it at different forms. There are open mics happening everywhere, every city now. So keep doing that, and with
change or impacted you as a person?
Impacted me as a person. I think I am even more sensitive now. Not sensitive as in like emotional sensitive. I'm sensitive towards people. I am much more, because I know that even one small action can maybe hurt a person, can maybe trigger their memory about anything, any random thing. So I think I started poetry, as I said, like professionally reciting poetries and all in 2015. And I think so tab se I'm even more kind, I'm even more sensible what I'm saying, what I'm not saying, what I'm telling a person. And I think that's what we all should learn, that what we should say and what we should not say. Like, people are so rude sometimes, and they should not be.
Sure. Absolutely. Very, very important and very well said, Gunjan. I think we all have to be compassionate and also be sensitive towards other people. Not that, the world is an open mic. You can't just go around, say whatever you want to. So I think that's a very interesting point. Thank you for sharing that, Gunjan. Let's move on to the next aspect. And here, I think I would just like to dwell a little bit about, looking at poetry and storytelling as a profession versus hobby. So if I were to frame my question, let's say somebody is very interested in this field, but is not entirely certain if he wants to foray into this as a full-fledged profession, or he wants to just restrict it as a hobby. So how would you sort of differentiate between these two?
To be honest, I started doing poetry and storytelling as a hobby only, but now it's being my profession only, because I'm doing doing many things in that. I think which I will say is start doing it with your full-time thing. It can be your studies, it can be your full-time job. Start doing it with your full-time job or studies, and then see if you really want to make it hobby. Because ऐसा होता है, अगर मतलब I love Zakir Khan, to be honest. I love his words, जो वो बोलते हैं, जो वो लिखते हैं, तो मैं उनको follow करती हूँ. And he only said that हमेशा अपने फुल टाइम काम के साथ कुछ ना कुछ हॉबी करते रहो. जब उस हॉबी को फुल टाइम बनना होगा ना, तो वो तुम्हें खुद बता देगी. वो खुद इतना ज्यादा काम आने लगेगा हॉबी की साइड से कि यू विल फील ओके, सो आई एम गेटिंग वर्क फ्रॉम हियर, आई थिंक आई शुड मेक इट फुल टाइम, and then you can make that
Hmm.
switch. So it won't be tough for you, it won't be very difficult
Hmm.
to tell your parents or family
Yeah,
also, and you
sure.
can clear your mind also if you want to do this as a full time.